أفضل صلواتك بعدد معلوماتك وبارك وسلم وصل عليه. So take it from 246. As we mentioned time and again, that Islam is classified to 4 branches. Number 1, aqaid, faiths and beliefs. Number 2, akhlaq, character. Number 3, a'mal, deeds, actions. Number 4, mas'uliyat, duties and responsibilities. Aqaid are known in Iman Mufassal. They are 7 in number. Amantu billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulihi wal yawmil akhir wal qadri khairihi wa sharrihi min Allah ta'ala wal ba'thi ba'da al maut. How many? 7. Akhlaq and character. It has 4 branches. Are summarized in 2, and that is al-afw, 4, that is al-adl, social justice. When we say adl, we are not going to court. Everybody is judge of his own self. हर के बाहर खुद न पसंदी बर्दीगरा म पसंद. What is social justice? Whatever you don't like for yourself, don't like it for other. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "La yu'minu ahadukum hatta yuhibba li akhihi ma yuhibbu li nafsihi." A man is not a perfect mu'min until he likes for his brother what he likes for himself. You like for you not to be deprived of your right. So in the same way, you should not deprive anybody else from his due right. That is called social justice. Got it? And a best society is known through social justice. That they are not cutting one another. That was the society established by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That was an exemplary society in human history. وَيُثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. Not that only they were not depriving others from their due rights, they were giving them a lot from their own rights. They were in need of, but they say, no, you should take it. Got it? So adl. Number 2, ihsan. And that is to give someone something from your own right. Number 3, al-afw, forgiveness. And number 4, as-safh, fasfah as-safh al-jameel. To turn around your face from a guy who is a hard-headed, stubborn man. Don't get involved with him. That's also noble character. Because getting involved with hard-headed guy, that is against character. The ultimate end will be a fight. Branch number 3, that is deeds and actions. So these are of 2 types. Because we have 2 sides. Our one side is to the upper world, towards Allah, where from we are getting. And our other side is to the creature, where we are bound to give or to do. So thus, you have two types of deeds and actions. In connection to Allah, number two, in connection to the creature, especially the human. So in connection to Allah, there are ibadat. These deeds and actions are ibadat, and these are 5 in number. Prayer, fasting, zakat, hajj, and also jihad as a amal. Jihad is included here, and that is included in the coming other branch as well. And in connection to human, muasharat, that is included in akhlaq. It's included social context. These are included in what? In akhlaq. Adl, ihsan, afwa, and safh. That's social context. Got it? So here, the basic thing is transactions. What? Muamalat. Transactions. What? Muamalat. Sale, purchase, rent, hire, mortgage, partnership. Just say it like this. So all these are what? Transactions and muamalat. So for muamalat, two things are meant. Number one, or three things. Three things are meant. Number one, truthfulness. Number two, honesty. Number three, professionalism. Got it? So you do it with truth, with honesty, professionally. Got it? Why we included profession? Because rent is there, hire is there. Yes? So there what is needed? Professionalism. Now human nature is like this, that they have quwwat shahawi, desires, and they have quwwat ghazabi, anger. With shahawi, they attack, and with ghadabi and anger, they defend. And thus, dispute will happen. What will happen? Disputes will happen for sure. Now, to control the disputes or to resolve the problems, so they are in need of a state and government. What? State and government. State and government is a natural requirement and natural need. Then state and government cannot remain in isolation, because state in connection to other states is just like an individual in connection to other individuals. So thus they need international laws or international relations as well. And duties and responsibilities are mas'uliyat. These are two in number. Number one is da'wat, which is the duty of every single individual Muslim. And what is da'wat? To convey, convince and convert. Convey, convince, convert. But conversion, that will be actually the result of the first two. You will convey and you will convince. If he is satisfied, yes, he will accept it. Got it?
Yes.
And the second mas'uliyat is jihad. Now jihad has a broad sense. Literal meaning of jihad and juhud is striving hard for any noble cause or good cause. So striving hard for any good cause, that's called jihad. Now depend what is needed, when and where. That's why the book which I wrote, Jihad, what, why and when. Got it? So sometime that jihad will be in shape of feeding the poor. That's also jihad. Got it? But sometime that will be to stop the evils. To stop the evils, that is jihad. And sometime that will be fight with swords. And fight with swords and weapons, for that the illah or the cause, that is az-zulm wal-haraba. What? Az-zulm wal-haraba. When cruelty is going on or war has been imposed. So war imposed, so what you will do? You will welcome or you will retaliate? Retaliate. And zulm is going on, so you will look at or you will be, yes, a seer, or you are bound to stop it in one way or the other. Huh? Yes. But how you can stop it? So depend. What can you do? So there are three things which is mentioned there in hadith. مَنْ رَأَى مِنْكُمْ مُنْكَرًا فَلْيُغَيِّرْهُ بِيَدِهِ فَإِنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ فَبِلِسَانِهِ فَإِنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ بِقَلْبِهِ وَذَلِكَ أَضْعَفُ الْإِيمَانِ. Yes, to stop it by hands, by tongue, or at least to think about that by heart, that is sulm. May Allah destroy the zalimeen. That is. Got it? Got it, not it? So that's what Imam Abu Hanifa says, rahmatullahi alayh, that by hand, that is duty of the hukam, rulers, because they have what? The sources, they have the means, they have the power. Yes or not? And stopping by tongue, that is the duty of ulama. They will say and they will speak out. And to hate that cruelty by heart, that is duty of general public. Got it? Yes. Or not it? Yes. So now, jihad, when that has become incumbent, so that is not a right, but that is a duty as mentioned. He mentioned? Yes. That is a duty. If somebody attacked you personally, so to defend yourself, that's your right or that's your duty? Because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, "Man qutila duna damihi, fahuwa shahidun, wa man qutila duna malihi, fahuwa shahidun, wa man qutila duna irdihi, fahuwa shahidun." Whosoever is killed in defense of his life, so he is shaheed. Who has been killed in defense of his wealth, so he is shaheed. Who has been killed in defense of his honor and dignity, he is? Yes. So why he got killed? Why? Because he tried to defend himself. That's why he got killed. If you are walking on the road, yes, and somebody asks you, give me whatever you have. Yes, and you are not, don't do that. Don't stop him, just give it to them. Yes, take it. Got it. But if something happened to you, so you would be considered a shaheed. Got it? Or not it? But then it is said, if you can save your life with your wealth, so sacrifice the wealth, save your life. These are priorities. Got it? And if you can save your dignity and honor with your wealth and your life both, so sacrifice your wealth and life both, but protect your dignity. Got it? That's it. Got it or not? So now, here is one story when group or ummah did not defend themselves, so they were losers, and that was a sin on their side. And another story, when person did not defend himself, so he lost his life. He lost his life. And that is the story of Habil and Qabil in Surah Al-Ma'idah. Got it? Habil did not defend himself. لَإِن بَسَطْتَ إِلَيَّ يَدَكَ لِتَقْتُلَنِي مَا أَنَا بِبَاسِطٍ يَدِي إِلَيْكَ لِأَقْتُلَكَ إِنِّي أَخَافُ اللَّهَ رَبَّ الْعَالَمِينَ. That was his stand and that was his ijtihad. But he was bound to defend himself. He didn't, so he got killed. Got it? Here, the Bani Israel, they did not defend themselves, so they lost their family and their wealth to Goliath. To who? To Goliath. But later on, they came to know. Later on, their ayat, Drost ayat. In Persian, they said, yes, when later on you thought that, oh, I did not do good, I should have done like this, and now you want to, so the Persian said that their ayat, Drost ayat. So, Alam tara ilal mala'i min bani Israila, have you not thought about the group of children of Israel? Min ba'di Musa, after Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, isqalu linabiyyin lahum, when they said to their prophet, Ib'as lana malikan, appoint for us a king. Ib'as lana malikan, appoint for us a king. As I told you, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said in a hadith, Al-imamu junnatun yuqatalu min waraihi. Imam of Muslimin, leader of the Muslims, he is a shield. On his back, the fight is going on. On his back means under his leadership. And that's why there is a legal maxim, Al-Qaidatul Fiqhiyya. Al-Qaida Fiqhiyya in English jurisprudence, that's called what? Legal maxim. So legal maxim, that La jihada illa bil imam. That there is no jihad but with imam. Got it? Yeah. So then I made another qaida and I wrote it in the book. That wala imama illa bil jihad. That a Muslim imam would be considered Muslim imam if he is doing jihad. If at the time when it is needed, like ours. Yes, we are talking a lot about ummati muslima. Where is ummati muslima? Where is? I have not seen ummati muslima. Yes, the Palestinians are like a butchery, they are getting killed. Ummati muslima is nowhere. Got it? Yeah. So anyhow, Alam tara ilal malai min bani Israila, have you not thought about the group of the children of Israel? Min ba'di Musa, after Musa alayhi salam, isqalu linabiyyin lahum, when they said to a prophet of them. I told you what was the name of the prophet? Samuel alayhi salatu wasalam, S-A-M-U-E-L. Samuel. In Arabic, we pronounce it Shamuel. But in Testament, he is Samuel. Is qalu linabiyyin lahum, when they said to a prophet of them, alayhi salatu wassalam, ib'as lana malikan, appoint for us a king. Appoint for us a king. So when a prophet is there, so the political leader is to be appointed by the king, not by the vote. That is the case when the Prophet is not there. Different way of appointment of a Muslim leader. إِذْ قَالُوا لِنَبِيٍّ لَهُمْ ابْعَثْ لَنَا مَلِكًا, appoint for us Malikan, a king, نُقَاتِلْ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ, so we may fight in the path of Allah. Qala, so Samuel said alayhi salam, Hal ghasaytum. Mawli Yusuf, yes. I told you that how should be the proper wording, but this also the beauty of Arabic language. Yes, that they are putting in between the sentence something. So what will be the proper Arabic for meaning? Yes, in kutiba alaykum al-qital. But the shart and condition that is put in between. Why it is put in between? Because qital was incumbent upon them before that also. But they didn't defend themselves, so they lost their families and their wealth and their properties and their houses to Goliath. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He was actually pinpointing the fardhi of qital. They don't take it easy. You took it, so what happened to you? Got it? Yes. Because I told you that commercial, that is for maqsad. Yes, commercial is what? Yes. قَالَ هَلْ غَسَيْتُمْ أَلَّا تُقَاتِلُوا. So he said, would you not refrain from fighting? Would you not refrain from fighting in kutiba alaykumul qital, if qital has been made incumbent upon you? Qalu, so they said, wama lana. Why? So they said, wama lana alla nuqatila. Why should we not fight in the cause of Allah? Wa qad ukhrijna min diyarina wa abnaina. While we have been turned out of our children. Turned out of our children mean they have imprisoned them. They have made them POWs. What? Prisoners of war, captives. وَقَدْ أُخْرِجْنَا مِنْ دِيَارِنَا. We have been turned out of our children. مِنْ دِيَارِنَا, of our houses, وَأَبْنَائِنَا, and our children. So, now, if somebody or some people are deprived of their properties and their children, so they are bound to defend themselves and to take it back. To defend themselves and to take it back. That is their duty. That is what? Their duty. وَمَا لَنَا Allah, and that's why Mawla Abdullah Sindhi rahmatullahi alayhi, once he said that keeping silent in a fight between haqq and batil, that is actually supporting the batil. Yes? So when a fight between haqq and batil is going on, at least you have to speak out. If you are not, so you are supporting batil. Yes, your silence is a support to batil. Got it? Qalu wa ma lana. So they said, why should not we fight? Allah nuqatila. Why should not we fight in the path of Allah? Wa qad ukhrijna min diyarina wa abnaina. While we have been turned out of our houses, wa abnaina, and our children, mean we have been deprived of our houses and deprived of our families. So it means that the cause and illah of fight is there. The cause and the illah of fight is there. So why should not we fight? فَلَمَّا كُتِبَ عَلَيْهِمُ الْقِتَالُ. So when the fight or the battle became incumbent on them, تَوَلَّوْا, they turned around. إِلَّا قَلِيلًا مِّنْهُمْ, but only a few of them. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Ibn Abbas narrates, radiyallahu ta'ala an, عَدَدَ أَصْحَابِ بَدْرٍ. عَدَدَ أَصْحَابِ بَدْرٍ, 313 people they remained with the king, with the king, Talut, Saul. 313. عَدَدَ أَصْحَابِ بَدْرٍ. Otherwise, there were thousands of people. But they turned around. Wallahu alimun bizzalimin. So now turning around from the battlefield, that is zulm. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala threatened, not warned. He threatened that Wallahu alimun bizzalimin. Allah knows zalimin very well. Wallahu alimun bizzalimin, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all aware of wrongdoers. Wa qala lahum nabiyuhum, and their prophet said to them, Inna Allah, that verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala qad ba'asalakum Talut malika, he has appointed for you Talut. So in Quran he is Talut, in Testament he is Saul, S-A-U-L. Got it? Professor, who he is? Saul. Inna Allah qad ba'asalakum Talut malika, verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appointed for you Saul, Talut, as a king. Qalu, so they said. Look, their approach from day one. Their approach from day one is a capitalistic approach. That leader must be a rich guy. Leader must be, yes, a feudal, an industrialist, a big businessman, a billionaire. Professor, is it right? Yes. Because that's your subject, you know well. Now Saul, he was a pious man, a pious Muslim. And he was a busker. He was what? He was a busker. Yes, farming and goats and lambs and sheep. And got it? We call him Chaupan. Yes? What do we call it? Chaupan. Chaupan. Shpun. You call it Chaupan, we call it Shpun. You, huh? Shpano. Yes. In Persian, actually, they call it Chaupan. But you are 50% Persian. The Afghans are 50%. Yes. Otherwise, in practical Pashto, it's called Shpun. Yeah, Shpana. Shpana actually we are using for plural. Shpun for singular. Got it? And look, Shpun, he is a very forbearing guy. Because only one bush or one goat can make you crazy in one day. Yes, and that's why the Persian said, Ki ghamnadari buz bekhar. Umar Khana, which ghamnadari biza akhla. How can I ghamnadari buz bekhar? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to make every messenger and prophet a forbearing personality, that was a part of their tarbiyah. It was a part of their talim and their education. That all of them, they were grazing the goats. They were grazing the goats, so they may have the patience. They may have the patience. Yes, and that's why I'm going to buy some goats for Waqas. Yes. Waqas and Tasin, both. Because they both are emotional very Tasin. Yes. They are becoming emotional very soon. Yeah. So Waqas, what do you think? You will be good with goats? Inshallah. Inshallah, okay. قالوا وما لنا ألا نقاتل في سبيل. Then we will call you Chaupan, Waqas Chaupan. That where is Waqas Chaupan? وما لنا ألا نقاتل في سبيل الله. That why should not we fight in the cause of Allah? وَقَدْ أُخْرِجْنَا مِنْ دِيَارِنَا وَأَبْنَائِنَا. We have been turned out of our houses and our sons. فَلَمَّا كُتِبَ عَلَيْهِمُ الْقِتَالُ. But when the qital and fight or combat became incumbent on them or farz on them, تَوَلَّوْا, they turned around. إِلَّا قَلِيلًا مِنْهُمْ, but only a few of them. وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ بِالظَّالِمِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all aware of wrongdoers. وَقَالَ لَهُمْ نَبِيُّهُمْ, and their prophet Samuel alayhi salam said to them, Inna Allah, verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, qad ba'asa lakum, He has appointed for you people Talut Malikan, as a king. Qalu, they said, Anna yakunu lahul mulku alayna, that how can he be a king over us? How he will be a king over us? How can he be a king over us? وَنَحْنُ أَحَقُّ بِالْمُلْكِ مِنْهُ, while we are better fitted for kingship. We are. Why not me? Another guy said, why not me? I have this. And that guy, وَنَحْنُ أَحَقُّ, while we are more deserving بِالْمُلْكِ, for kingship, minhu, than Talut. So now, why they objected to his appointment? So this is the illah. وَلَمْ يُؤْتَ سَعْتًا مِنَ الْمَالِ, وَلَمْ يُؤْتَ سَعْتًا مِنَ الْمَالِ, while he has not been given enough wealth. He does not have enough wealth. He must be a billionaire. Nowadays, the politics all over the world, that is roaming around what? Wealth. Either you should be wealthy or your lobby should be wealthy. Yes, mostly the person concerned. Yes, he is not that wealthy and that big billionaire, but his lobby is wealthy. Got it? And those lobby, they are not coming to the front as politicians, because then they cannot make more money. And they are for more money. Yes, so they put a puppet in front of them, that he will represent us there. And then whatever they want, so the puppet is doing that. This is the whole, in the whole world. This is the politics. Got it? I think we learned it from them. They are good teachers. Their history, yes. Professor, they have taught the whole world like this. Yes. وَلَمْ يُؤْتَ سَعْتًا مِنَ الْمَالِ, while he has not been given سَعْتًا مِنَ الْمَالِ, enough wealth. قَالَ, so the Prophet said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَاهُ عَلَيْكُمْ, very Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen him above you. So still you have reservation when Allah has appointed him. إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَاهُ عَلَيْكُمْ, verily Allah has chosen him. Istafahu, ikhtarahu. Istafahu alaykum, he has chosen him above you. Wazadahu bastatan fil ilmi wal jism. Wazadahu bastatan, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has increased him abundantly. Fil ilmi, in ilm, wal jism, and stature. Wal jism and stature. So it means for a leader, two things are must. Number one, knowledge of the field concerned. And number two, a good stature. So he may not be looking like a maskhara. Got it? People may not mock at him. Got it? Wallahu yuti mulkahu man yasha'u, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is granting mulkahu, his kingdom, man yasha'u, to whom he wills. Wallahu wasi'un alim, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all sufficient for his creature and all knower. So now, I have written that book. I think that you finished it. Sharia and Politics. No, the Urdu one is there. English one is there? Okay. Sharia and Politics. So there I have mentioned in detail. But at least to give you a brief of that. So the word for politics in Sharia is as-siyasatu shar'iyya. The word is as-siyasatu shar'iyya, Islamic politics. So the word siyasa in Arabic, literal meaning is al-qiyamu ala shay bima yuslihuhu. Well, Yusuf, leave it. Write down what I am saying. Not on Quran, on your notebook. Al-qiyamu ala shay bima yuslihuhu. Taking responsibility of a thing to correct it, to fix it, to fit it, to reform it. So thus the word siyasa you can apply to any correction and reformation. The watch mechanic, we can call it siyasatul saqa, watch politics. The car mechanic, siyasatul sayyara, car politics. Because siyasa means correction. While as-siyasatul shar'iyya, in brief, khalafatul nubuwah, well, Yusuf, write it down. Khalafatul nubuwah fi harasati din wa siyasati dunya. The succession of the prophethood. Siyasat al-Shari'ah is actually succession of the prophethood. Because after Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, no prophet is coming. Khalafatul nubuwah fi harasati din wa siyasati dunya. To protect and defend the deen of Allah and to correct the worldly affairs in the light of Quran and Sunnah. What a beautiful definition that is. You wrote it? What is that? No, that's what? Why you are absent or what? Or absent minded? Khalafatun nubuwah fi harasati din wa siyasati dunya. Deen, you are bound to protect and defend it. And affairs of dunya, you have to correct it and to give it a proper direction. Another definition, Khalafatul Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam fi iqamati din wa hifz al-millah. بحيث يجب اتباعه كافة الأمة. Again, Khalafatul Rasul. Look at back. Khalafatul Rasul في إقامة الدين وحفظ الملة بحيث يجب اتباعه كافة الأمة. That is succession of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to implement deen. Iqamat deen mean to implement deen and to protect it in such a way that the ummah may follow that. Got it? Now, who can be the imam or the khalifa? Shurutul imam. What do you support? Shurutul imam. Conditions for imam. Number one, al-ijtihad. So it means that he must have such aql through which he can deduce the solution of the problem. Number two, basiran bil hurub wa tadbir al juyush. Basiran bil hurub wa tadbir al juyush. He know how to establish an army and how to counter the enemy. Basiran bil harb wa tadbir al juyush. Number three, قويا يقدر على الحدود وأخذ الحقوق. قويا يقدر على الحقوق وأخذ الحقوق على الحدود وأخذ الحقوق. He must have power that he can implement the criminal punishments, and he can take back the due right of Mazlum from Zalim. Number five. Number four. He must be an adult and must be a sane person. Number five. He must be a man, because to be Khalifa, that's not a right, that's a duty, that's a burden, and Sharia does not put too much burden on a woman. Burden must go to who? To the man. Number six, he must be a just integrated person, a man of integrity and a man of justice. And number seven, salamatul hawasi wal a'za. His bodily stature and structure, that is perfect. And his hawas, senses, these are perfect. If he is deaf or dumb or blind or paralyzed, so then what? How can you appoint him? You will take care of him or he will take care of the state? Yes, you will take care of Khalifa. Let's help the Khalifa to make him to stand. Yes. Got it? How he is to be appointed, which is called in Sharia, tariqatul ikhtiyar. Tariqatul ikhtiyar. So in this regard, we have the precedents in Sharia, and those precedents are the source of Sharia. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away, and Ansar Medina, they gathered together in trellis of Banu Sa'ida. Frame, you remember? I show you. That is trellis of Banu Sa'ida. Here they gathered together. In trellis of Banu Sa'ida. And they were saying that after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to lead the ummah, that the due right of Ansar Medina. Got it? And Sayyidina Umar radhiyallahu anhu got informed, so he came and he took Abu Bakr with him radhiyallahu anhu. On their way to trellis, they saw Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah sitting to a wall. So Abu Bakr told him radhiyallahu anhu, Abu Ubaidah, come on with us. So they went to the trellis. And at that time, Zayd ibn Sabit radhiyallahu anhu, he was giving a speech. So they sat there, listened to him. Muhammad ibn Maslama, he gave a speech. They listened to him. One man was sleeping on the ground, covered in a, or wrapped in a kambal or blanket. So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu says, who is this? So they said, Sa'd ibn Ubadah, radiyallahu ta'ala an. Why? What's wrong with him? Say, fever. Said, okay. So when he heard that Abu Bakr is here, so he woke up and said, Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum. And then he said, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu told him that, Sa'd, yes, take a rest. He said, I'm not feeling relaxed when you are here and I'm still. He said, no, you are sick. Just. So then, when they finished, so Sayyidina Umar was standing up. Yes, and he had a very strong character. And that was a situation where a humble character, yes, a calm character, it will work. So Sayyidina Abu Bakr told him, Umar, sit down. He said, and Abu Bakr, he stood up. And he said that what you said, we listened to it very attentively. And you spoke good. Yes, we endorse it. Of course, you are the people. You are the people. You provided us shelter when we migrated from Mecca. You are the people. You shared your properties with us. And you are the people. You never stayed behind whenever Rasulullah ﷺ was going for any jihad. You sacrificed your lives. There is no question on that. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent this messenger in Mecca, so فَلَبَّاهُ مَنْ لَبَّاهُ, he was accepted by the one who accepted him. Got it? And refused by one who refused him. And then what happened? You don't know and you cannot imagine. That what was happening to us day and night in Mecca. But we were facing that. When we accepted the message, we faced all these difficulties for 13 years. Until they turned us out from our own homeland. And we came here. And here you did a great job. Then we and you both as one and the same ummah, under the leadership of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, both of us, we did what we did, may Allah accept it. So Sa'd ibn Ubadah said, of course, the difficulties you people faced, we cannot imagine. We cannot imagine even how much difficulties you people passed through or went through. So then Abu Bakr, وَلَكِنِّي سَمِعْتُ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. But I heard the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, الْأَئِمَّةُ بَعْدِي مِنْ قُرَيْشٍ. Leaders after me will be from Quraysh. So that was just like throwing cold water on burning fire. So Ansar, they said, Astaghfirullah al-Azim al-Lazi la ilaha illa huwa al-Hayyu al-Qayyum wa atubu ilayh. Sorry for what we said. We didn't know this word of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Otherwise, what we taught, we have never spoken out a single word in this regard. Because when text is there, there is no use of aql. Use of aql is needed where? Where there is no text. No nas of Quran, no nas of hadith. Now when nas of hadith is there, there is no use of sense there. Then you have to say, amanna wa sadaqna. So they said, now up to you. Whosoever you will bring forth, we will be behind him the way we were behind Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So now Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala, he said that I have these two colleagues of mine. Umar, ashaddun fi amrillah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that he is the strong man regarding the deen of Allah. No compromise. He does not know compromise. I think that in his dictionary, compromise was not there. This word, he dropped it. Who? Sayyidina Umar. He was not a man of compromise. That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam tied him ashaddun fi amrillah. And he said that the other man, Abu Ubaidah ibn Jarrah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam titled him Aminu Hazil Ummah, the trustworthy guy of the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, any one of them both, now Umar radiallahu anhu said, I thought for a while, that now if this talk will start, Umar, Abu Ubaidah, Umar, Abu, so he jumped. Yes, and he said that listen, when Rasulullah ﷺ was alive and he was unable to come to masjid to lead us in prayer, Who he appointed as our Imam in Masjid? So they said, Abu Bakr. He said in his lifetime, he was our Imam in Deen. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he appointed him for our Deeni Imamat. So can we not appoint him for our Dunyavi Imamat? They said, what a good thing you have said. Yes, so the first man who stood up, that was Muhammad ibn Maslama, and he got the hand of Abu Bakr. I hereby solemnly affirm. And he gave his bay'ah. The second one was Sayyidina Umar. And then all of them, they did that. Then Abu Bakr was brought to Masjid. And the people were there, people of Medina. So they said that Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala, he has been elected by these elders in trellis of Banu Sa'ida. So now you people come to him one by one and give your pledge to Abu Bakr. So that was a type of voting at that time. Got it? So they gave their vote in favor of whom? Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala. But as that was the vote given by the people of Medina only, so that's why it is called Bay'atul Khassa. Bay'atul Khassa. Yes, the Bay'at of specific people. Because he was appointed by the Bay'ah of the people of Trellis who were there. The second precedence, when Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala, he was on his deathbed, Sahaba were visiting him. They were asking him that after the death of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a dispute happened. Now we don't know what will happen after your death. So he said, I'm thinking. So he said later on that I thought for 3 days that whom should I appoint as Khalifa after me to lead the Ummah ahead, because a lot of fitnas will arise and erupt. We need a man who can control that. So he said, I was looking at all these major Sahaba, especially those who are from Al-Ashara Al-Mubashara. So he said that 2 men were coming like this, look, alternate. 2 men. Umar and Ali, radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. But he said that was a critical condition for me to give priority to which one. So then I thought that Ali, he has a nature. If a hurdle and hindrance comes in his way ahead, so first he will handle that situation. Doesn't matter how long it will take, but first he will try to break that hindrance and that hurdle, and later on he will go ahead. And Umar, in this regard, he has a nature that if he can make his way ahead, leaving this hurdle and hindrance on side, so he will go ahead and he will take the Ummah ahead. And Ummah now is in need of that going ahead. So that's why I give priority to Umar radiyallahu ta'ala an. He wrote that wasiyah, invited Sayyidina Usman radiyallahu ta'ala an. He dictated that. Haza ma ahida bi Abu Bakr. You have studied there in Khulafa Rashidin. That haza ma ahida bi Abu Bakr. في وقت يؤمن فيه الكافر ويتوب فيه المسلم. That this is a wasiyah and will Abu Bakr is making in a time of death. When a kafir, يؤمن فيه الكافر ويتوب فيه المسلم. When a kafir at that time wants to accept Islam, but that is not acceptable at that time. And a sinner, he is trying to make his tawbah at that time. Tawbah is accepted at that time also. This is karam of Allah and generosity of Allah. May Allah give us tawfiq of tawbah. And he said that this is what I see good for the Ummah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيَّ مُنْقَلَبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ. If somebody, he is doing wrong, so he will face the consequences. So this is called istikhlaf. What? Appointment by the previous Khalifa. Istikhlaf. So this is the second way. The third way, when Sayyidina Umar got injured, who stabbed him? Abu Lulu Firoz, Khabis. He was from our friend country. Yes. Yes. But friend country got a good dose, so they slept now. So anyhow, they are sleeping now. Yes. Because they were throwing missiles here and there and there to all Muslim countries. Yes, what a missile. It is not going towards Tel Aviv. Yes. Yes, one went to Damascus, another one to Baghdad, and a third one went to Panjgur. So the Panjgur people, they waited for 24, 48 hours. That maybe they will apologize. But they said, no, we hit our wanted. They say, okay, so we are coming to hit our wanted also. Yes. So they went inside. Yes. So anyhow, look, before that, when Tariq Jan had concern, what will happen? He said, now a third world war will start. So he said that, Sheikh, you heard the news? I say nothing. I say, just wait for 24 to 48 hours. Yes, I told him. They just wait for 24 to 48 hours. Yes. If not, so they will give him a dose and that will be the end of the story. Yes. And they did it. Yes. They do not tolerate even the India, such a big power. So how they will tolerate such like things? Yes. And today, our general today said, actually, Iran is our Muslim brother. Yes. But if he would not have done it, so that was a problem for us. And he said that we were not hitting them. We were sending a message to India. Yes. Yes. He said that we were sending a message to India. They do not mess around us. Yes. Got it? So anyhow, so when Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala he got injured, Sahaba were visiting him and asking him to appoint someone as Khalifa. So he said, لَوْ لَمْ أَسْتَخْلِفْ فَلَمْ يَسْتَخْلِفْ مَنْ كَانَ خَيْرًا مِنِّي. If I am not going to appoint anyone after me, so the one who was more better than all of us and better than us al itlaq, he didn't appoint anybody. Means Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he left the world, he didn't appoint any Khalifa. Number one. And he said, وَلَوْ اسْتَخْلَفْتُ فَقَدْ اسْتَخْلَفَ مَنْ كَانَ خَيْرًا مِنِّي. And if I will appoint someone after me, so the one who was better than me, Abu Bakr, he did this istikhlaf and appointed me. He said, by this he was referring to that both has the precedence. And precedence is a source of law. Precedence is what? Source of law. So now, he said, but whom should I appoint? And he mentioned two names. لو كان أبو عبيدة حيا. If Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah would have been alive, I would have appointed him as Khalifa. And if Allah would have asked me that, Umar, to whom you handed over the Ummah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, so I will say that, oh Allah, to the one about whom your Prophet said that he is the trustworthy of my Ummah. Got it? And if Salim, the liberated and emancipated slave of Huzaifa, Salim Mawla Abi Huzaifa, and Salim was an Abyssinian man, liberated slave. And if Salim Mawla of Abu Huzaifa would have been alive, so I would have appointed him as Khalifa. If Allah would have asked me, so I will tell him that, oh Allah, I have handed over the ummah of your beloved Prophet to the one about whom your Prophet said we were sitting there and Salim was passing by. Salim was passing. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says that if you want to look at a man from Jannah walking on earth, so look at Salim. So Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam certified him that he is a Jannati walking on earth. So I would have said to Allah that I have handed over the ummah of Muhammad to a Jannati man. So they said that you can appoint your son, Abdullah ibn Umar. He said, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Why? He said, if this is something good, so I have taken my due share from that good. Yes, the family of Khattab has taken their due share. And if this is something bad, so that bad is enough for my family as a whole. Got it? That was actually to zip their mouth, not to say. But once again, when they said Abdullah ibn Umar, so he said, رَجُلٌ لَا يَحْسُنَ طَلَاقَ إِمْرَأَتِهِ تُوَلُّونَ الْخَلَافَةِ. Otherwise, Abdullah ibn Umar was a great scholar and great alim. Sahibul ilmi wal ibadah. We call him what? Sahibul ilmi wal ibadah. And he was in such a love with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that even Sunan Adi, he was not missing it. He saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam doing something because he needed. But later on, Abdullah was doing that because he saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said it. As I told you that in freezing cold, he was with his servant Nafi, Raziyallahu ta'ala an, his liberated slave, Nafi, Mawla ibn Umar. Nafi, Mawla ibn Umar, Raziyallahu ta'ala an, and a great scholar of Quran and Sunnah, great Imam, teacher of Imam Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik. Yes, about whom Imam Malik said that make my qabr close to my Shaykh, Nafi. Yes, but he said in such a way that my head should not be in line with my Shaykh, because that's a disrespect to that great man. So have my head in line with the chest of my Shaykh. So I have shown you, and I have shown you also that this Abdullah ibn, this is Malik, Imam Malik, and this Imam Nafi. So Imam Nafi says that I was Shaykh Abdullah ibn Umar, Raziyallahu ta'ala an. So he came down off his she-camel, went down, there was a fountain, cold like snow. Yes, and he took 3 times some water and drank it. So I was thinking that maybe Shaykh is suffering from fever. Otherwise, in this cold weather, who will drink cold water that much? So I said, Shaykh, you are feeling good? He said, yes. You are thirsty? He said, no, I am not thirsty. So you drank water? He said, I was with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Maybe that was June, July. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he came down off his camel and he went to this fountain and he drank water there from. So to follow his footstep, that's why I drank it. I didn't need it. But to cross over this fountain without taking water from that, I cannot do that, because I saw the messenger of Allah. So that was his practice. But as we mentioned 2 nights before, yes, that talaq in hayz, that is legal, but that is makruh tahrimi, because that's bid'ah. That's what? Legal. That's bid'ah. Legal mean it has effect. Legal mean it has effect. But makruh tahrimi mean that's a sin. That's what? That is a sin. And Abdullah ibn Umar, he divorced his wife in menses. And when Umar told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that Abdullah did like this, so he said, Murhu falyuraji'ha. Tell him to make a ruju to, because that was talaq. Raja'i, not bid'ah. Bid'ah, there is no bid'ah. If in bid'ah you had given bayan, so then he will make. Why you are doing like this? Don't jump. You are a alim. You are not a common layman. Every single word of a alim is noticed. Got it? So that was talaq raja'i. So he said, Murhu falyuraji'ha. And Abdullah ibn Umar, he made ruju. He made ruju. But as he had done that, So Abdullah Sayyidina Umar said that a man who does not know how to divorce his wife properly, and you are handing him over the Khilafat and the leadership of the entire Ummah. So now Sahaba, they were quite got it. But then he said that 6 people, those who are still alive from Ashara al-Mubashara. From who? Ashara al-Mubashara. So their shura or their council, they will select one of them, and later on the ummah, they will give pledge of allegiance to the man. Got it? So story is very lengthy, and we have studied in Khulafa Rashidin. Yes? Yes. So anyhow, he said that shura. So the shura gathered together. Now they were 6. So if 3 on one side and 3 on the other side, then what? It will be tie. So he put Abdullah ibn Umar there, radiallahu ta'ala an, that if the case will become tie, so Abdullah will be having a casting vote. He will be home. That's called casting vote. That will be the decisive vote. Got it? But anyhow, in the end, the result was that 5 people were for Osman and 1 was for Ali. Out of 6, 5 people were for Osman and 1 was for Ali. Ali was for Osman also amongst the 5. And for Ali, there was only Sayyidina Osman radiallahu ta'ala who said that Ali should be. And then Abdurrahman ibn Auf radiallahu ta'ala, yes, he gave his pledge of allegiance and bay'ah to Osman and all of them. And then the general public. Then the general public did it. And when Sayyidina Osman radiallahu ta'ala got killed brutally, radiallahu an, so people came to Ali that you were the runner candidate at that time. So now you are there. So you should announce your Khilafah. He said that not to me to announce the Khilafah. Where is Talha and where is Sa'ad? People who were still alive from Ashara Mubashara. He said that, and where is Zubair? That's their case. Got it? So then Sayyidina Ali, he said that I am not taking this responsibility like this. If the general public will come and they will say, then I will. So then the general public of Medina came to the masjid and they gave their bay'ah to Sayyidina Ali radiyallahu ta'ala an. Got it? And another precedence is, because in situation that happened, and that's why the ulama, they have 3 points of view, but 2. Number 1, the bay'ah. And number 2, the istikhlaf. They say it should be go through what? Through istikhlaf. That every predecessor must appoint a successor before his death. Hafiz ibn Hazm is one of them. He said this the best way. Yes, to be out of disputes. Got it? But the majority of ummah, they say the bay'ah. Got it? Istila. Istila means ghalabah. Overtaking. What? Overtaking. Because if somebody overtook the Khilafah by force from someone, so what you will do? Here are 2 things. Number 1, we mentioned in the conditions or qualities of Khalifa that one of his quality is that he must have the power to control. So now the ex-Khalifa, when he lost the control, so the quality is gone. Not only the control is gone, his quality of being Khalifa, that is gone. And number 2, that the new one, he got the control. He got the control. So if he has other qualities of Khalifa, so just go for him. Because now if you want to overthrow him, so that will be a feud between Muslims and Muslims. 2 groups will be fighting. Got it? Yeah. And that's why Sayyidina Hassan radiallahu ta'ala an, he handed over the Khilafat to Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala an. And furthermore, details are there, because I want to make you political leaders.